church song I thought was interesting about wrestling with addiction, and how it's not fun being sober, and these different things. So since you do have a lot of heavy subject matter with that one in particular, was that mainly cathartic, or was it more, I want to help out people a little bit? Was it some of everything? Like, what made you comfortable with that?
Well, sobriety is a fucking bummer, first of all. But it's a really important thing. Like, for somebody that almost drank themselves to death, you know, it's an important thing. So, a lot of people, I wasn't being too literal about the church thing and the praying thing and the God thing and blah, 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 blah. Like, I believe in something. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's, you know, a guy in the sky or a dude that was nailed to a cross or a big fat dude named Buddha, six-armed elephant. Like, I don't know. I believe in something, but for me, like, the most accurate representation that I can bring to the table is things that are related to Christianity and stuff. So, you know, I pray. I don't know where those prayers are going, but I ask for strength all the time. And I asked for strength, especially when I was going through my addictions and the mental breakdown that followed, and blah, blah, blah. So, and, you know, there's still things that I fight with. Like, sometimes, bro, you just want to go out and get plastered. Like, you just do. Like, and it's not always because you're feeling bad. Sometimes it's because you're feeling really good and you want to go celebrate something. So, you know, that's a lifelong war that I'm going to be involved in. So, so yeah, it was just, it was important for me to talk about those things. I think that there's not enough big musicians, big athletes, big actors that let the world know, like, there's so many people out there, bro, that are dealing with mental illness and addictions, and people don't feel good. And there's two things that people who don't feel good want. They want help and they want to be understood. And I think it's important for people like me or anybody in a position like mine to stand up and be like, hey, you don't feel good. I don't feel good either. And that's okay. You don't have to feel good all the time. So, you know, that's where songs like Church come from.
Okay. Yes. And another thing about it that I think is so interesting that you mentioned was your background as a professional wrestler. Because I grew up back when it was the WWF. So I'm a few years older than you, I believe. But the thing is, I grew up watching it and appreciating the humor in it and the storylines and the comedy. Of course, it's people can say what they want to say about it, but a lot of violence also. So what did you learn, if anything, from professional wrestling that you've applied to promoting and marketing yourself as an artist?
Oh man, everything. As an independent artist, without, you know, a marketing team, like without a manager, without a label, without any of the resources that are available to people who are in the industry, like, I got to find my own way here. And, you know, a lot of people will say negative things about my marketing tactics. Oh my God, he's such a tryhard. He's such a clout chaser. He's such blah, 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 blah. But like, they don't understand, like, bro, I had my first professional wrestling match when I was 14 years old. Like, I've been marketing myself for a long time. Like, I learned how to tell a story. Like, when you go out to have a wrestling match, it's not just like, oh, it's you know, Hulk Hogan versus Steve Austin versus The Undertaker. Like, and that's not, like, that match, Stone Cold versus The Undertaker, that ain't gonna sell tickets, bro. There needs to be context given to that match. What's the story behind that match? Why do these two guys not like each other? What's happened for the last 3 weeks that now it's like they're going to get their hands on each other for the first time, and I have to buy a ticket. I have to get that pay-per-view. I have to see what happens when these guys finally go at it. Like, it's about telling a story. So, you know, in wrestling, the stories are made up. I don't make up my stories. I got a beat from Eminem from the NFT thing. And I told that story in maybe a colorful, amplified way for a week. But that's a real story. And in the past, when I've had distribution say, we're not distributing that song, it's too much, we can't stand behind that, whatever. Okay, cool. That's real life. I'm going to take that now. And that's my lead into this single. So I just take whatever's happening, real shit that's happening in my life. And that's, to me, like, that's what makes, bro, like, we used to watch sitcoms on TV and fictional shows, and that was cool, and we loved that. What's 90% of TV now? It's reality TV. What's more interesting than real life? So I just take what's going on in my personal life and present it to the world, like, as a pro wrestler would, and make it interesting and explain it to people and tell the story. And that's my marketing in a nutshell, you know?
And I think you've done an excellent job with that, and sprinkling in the real world stuff, like on Fake Woke. I really appreciated the line where you said it's harder to get a job than it is to get a gun. And that one resonates because of all the school shootings, all the mass shootings, and the shutdowns that we've had with COVID. And even before that, of course, just in general, it's not always easy to get a job, whether you have a PhD or you've dropped out of school, either way, sometimes.
Absolutely.
So do you remember what made you in particular think about that line and that reality in American life?
Just like, honestly, like, it's both of those things, both sides of that line came from the sort of the same group of people. Like, there's a lot of blue collar, hardworking American people in this country, and they're all about First and Second Amendment. So I see these people posting all the time, like, oh, I got this new strap, or like, I'm out at the shooting range, or I went hunting last weekend, whatever. And it's those same blue collar Americans that are being hit so hard by COVID and a lot of other political and economic and social factors in America today. It's those same people that are getting really nailed right now and losing their jobs and losing work and blah, blah, blah. So I'm seeing those same people that are like on some rah America shit are also like, yo, I can't get a job right now. Times are tough. Like, I can't pay my rent, blah, 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 blah. And, that's really where that came from. It's easier to get a gun than get a job. Like, it was just a quick observation,
Understood. Also with the No Good Bastards, which ties into Dear Slim, one of the lines I thought was interesting was that haters are obsessed fans. So that line is so funny to me on so many levels, because I've seen it myself, both directly and indirectly. So when did that realization hit you?
Oh, bro. I guess it was about like 2.5 years now. Like, I had my first joint kind of blow up with Dear Rappers, and then after that was Hell of It, and then it was White Boy after that, and that got so much negative attention, and I was like, oh my God, like, the world hates me, my career's over, like I'm screwed, like it's so negative. And then, I gave myself a few days, and I stood back and looked at it, and I was like, holy fuck, I'm famous now. I'm famous for people hating me. So then the next joint I did was Everybody Hates Me, and it was like the whole song was all about like, they've been hating, I think it's stupid funny, haters making me stupid money. Like, and I just realized, I was like, holy shit, like, this is just like pro wrestling once again. If the good guy, Steve Austin, is the good guy, he can't be the good guy unless there is a equally badass bad guy. Insert Triple H, insert Undertaker, insert whoever the fuck. And I was like, oh my God, like I have accidentally, just by being myself, sort of become this super villainous character. And all these people that are hating me, like, this is the weirdest thing, bro. This is a fucking anomaly. And I don't know why, if it just exists in America or if this is a worldwide thing, if it's human nature, I'm not sure. People are fucking obsessed with what they don't like. Like, if the dopest thing ever drops, J. Cole just dropped his shit today, right? It's probably so fucking dope. Or Kendrick or somebody like that's just mind-blowing dope drops some stuff. People will look at it, consume it, and be like, that's dope. And they keep it to themselves and they keep it in their headphones. If somebody sees something that they fucking hate, oh my God, this piece of shit, I can't believe he said that. I got to show 30 of my friends this right now. Like it's this weird thing that's happening right now where it's like people are so obsessed with things that they don't like. That's what they want to spread around. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, you don't like me? I got a lot of me in the tank. Like, run along, haters. Sprinkle those seeds far and wide.
Well, it's funny because I remember early on in my writing career, there was a prominent album that I didn't like that a lot of people liked. And I wrote about it, and people didn't like the fact that I criticized it because they loved it or whatever. And I'll never forget, it was a publicist called me who wasn't even that artist publicist. They didn't even work with them. And they were like, I can't believe you didn't like the album, this, and this. And they wanted to have this argument with me. And I was like, 9 out of 10 times we like the same things. I said to her, I was like, why do you care? Like, it's my opinion. I don't like it. So what? You like it. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. Why are you thinking of me not liking it when you think of this album?
It's so crazy.
I'm like, we've talked more about this than those 9 albums that we both love. We've talked more about the one that I don't like. Like,
yeah, it's like when we agree on something, we talk about it for 5 minutes. The second that like I have an opinion that differs from yours, we've been on the phone for 2 hours. Like, why is that?
Yeah, it's very strange. Very strange.
Yeah.
And that ties into a lot of other stuff with fake woke that I thought was interesting, that like Cardi B being a role model or hate speech and speech you hate are not the same thing. So more so on the flipping the phrase thing, because that's obviously done a lot in rap. But for you, do you remember how and why you started being able to flip those things, how words are used in your way?
Not really, man. I don't think that there was ever like a aha moment or anything like that. I think that, I've been writing, I was writing poetry and stuff when I was a kid, and I've been writing raps now for 12, 13 years or something. So, I'm always like, I'm a student of the game. Like, I'm always trying to learn and improve and figure out new flows and figure out new ways to get my point across and figure out, how to better my ability and hone my skills and master my craft and stuff. So I think it's just like a natural evolution of things. I'm just slowly getting better and learning more, and I want it to be that way forever. Like, I think that the day that, whether you're a carpenter, a plumber, a rapper, pro wrestler, doctor, editor, like journalist, it doesn't, the day that you stop learning and improving, hang it up and fuck off and go do something else,
Be sure to check out the History of Gangster Rap by Soren Baker. He's official.
History of Gangster Rap features exclusive interviews with Ice-T, Snoop Dogg, MC Ren, the D.O.C, and dozens of others. The History of Gangster Rap, a definitive look at how Los Angeles changed rap forever.
In Los Angeles, the streets definitely set the tone of the hip-hop music.
At 19, I got a $50,000 car.
My whole angle always was, I'll be street, but I will always tell you the horrors that go along with this life.
There will be penalties and casualties for just wearing the wrong color in somebody's neighborhood.
And once gangster rap made it from the streets to the TV, the genre exploded.
With Fab 5 on Your MTV Raps with NWA.
Yo MTV, it just catapulted us from being local heroes to national gangbang rappers.
The history of gangster rap discusses it all from 1980 up till today.
It's always gonna be shit happening in the streets. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna be something to talk about.
The history of gangster rap in stores now.